And still to come in. Thanks, Steve. The Federal Department of Homeland Security has awarded Hamilton County more than $30 million since September 11th, 2001, to beef up security here in case of a terrorist attack.
But our exclusive I-Team investigation finds evidence leaders may be misusing funds by steering contracts to a friend of the fire department. The I-Team's Lori Quinlivan investigates.
Your Homeland Security dollars paid for a very specific audio system that cost more than $250,000. Our I-Team investigation finds fire officials who insisted on this one product cost taxpayers a lot of extra money.
Attention all controllers and evaluators, we're going to go with the second shot. This will begin the emergency response part of the drill. Stand by.
District Fire Chief Ed Dudosky led this drill last September. The scenario: Great American Ballpark is filled with people and terrorists explode 3 bombs. Dudosky approved hiring this man, Mike Stuckey, to handle pyrotechnics, set off the bombs, and create smoke.
Instead of getting on a bullhorn and saying, okay, the first bomb went off.
Right.
All right, we wanted to have the real pyrotechnic.
Dudosky used Homeland Security funds to pay Stuckey $2,450, just below the amount that requires competitive quotes.
To come in under $2,500, you only need to get 1 quote.
But the I-Team has learned Stuckey actually got Rozzy Fireworks to do the pyrotechnics for free. Mike Stuckey's business is called Thunderbolt Systems, located here on Spring Grove Avenue. He declined to talk to the I-Team about all the work he's done for the fire department and now for Homeland Security. Stuckey has made friends with top fire officials by volunteering at fires like Queen City Barrel. In 1999, he started a volunteer group called ESS, Emergency Support Services. Stuckey got fire officials to issue his people badges that get them into any secured area.
Flashed those credentials and the police waved me right on through.
Former ESS member Steve Helton says fire officials issued the badges and donated equipment to Stuckey without even checking to see if ESS was a legitimate nonprofit. It wasn't.
Nobody in the city of Cincinnati, the fire chief, Chief Dudosky, no one checked to see if ESS actually existed.
Why do you think they didn't check?
I don't know. Negligence. Buddies with Mike.
You and Mike Stuckey, are you friends?
You have to describe for me what you mean by friends.
Have you ever had lunch together?
Yes. Yes, we have had lunch.
Have you ever socialized together outside of work?
No.
I'm aware of at least $7,500 that, at Chief Dudosky's insistence, the city of Cincinnati paid to ESS.
Helton showed us the $7,500 check the city paid to Stuckey's group as a moral obligation, payment requested by Fire Chief Robert Wright and Assistant Chief Dudosky. Stuckey billed $750 a class to train citizens in handling emergencies, the majority expense for personnel. But Helton says he conducted all 10 training sessions as an ESS volunteer and was paid nothing.
We did it all for free, so.
The money went to this ESS group to support the ESS group and the things that they do. They have a lot of equipment, they have a lot of supplies, and to maintain things of that nature. So they didn't make any money. No money went into their personal checking accounts. It went to the ESS group.
Stuckey's latest contract is worth more than $200,000. Our I-Team investigation finds that fire officials circumvented the spirit of competitive bidding to ensure that Stuckey's company won the bid to supply audio for Homeland Security.
Attention, attention. Remain in the area.
His audio system plays a looped message that instructs would-be victims where to go to wash off contaminants.
Proceed to the red tent.
Again, this is some equipment that was bought for the Greater Cincinnati Hazmat Unit.
Homeland Security Chief Mike Snowden showed us equipment purchased with Homeland Security dollars, including the audio system.
Is there any cronyism involved in the winning of
I would hope
work
not.
and equipment?
I mean, I know things were put out for bid.
It's the Emergency Support Services Group. Thunderbolt's Sound Systems is who we purchased them from.
The fireman who wrote the bid specs for the audio system is Lieutenant Paul Mers, but he had help from Mike Stuckey.
When Lieutenant Mers wrote the bid specs, he contacted Thunderbolt and ITA and spoke with them about the bid specs.
But ITA tells the I-Team they were never consulted about the bid specs. Thunderbolt is Stuckey's company, and the bid specs are a copy of the specs for SA speakers, available in this region through Mike Stuckey.
You can't use one of the contractors that's going to be bidding on it to write a bid spec, and especially not when you write a bid spec that points directly at that particular company's product that nobody else has available to them.
We showed the evidence to Hamilton County Purchasing Director Amy Ho.
It does match exactly.
I see what you're saying, and then there will be some questions asked of the county department about this.
Why is that a bad deal for taxpayers when the vendor writes his own specs?
Because you're not really getting something competitive. You might not save money. You might not get a good price.
And we didn't. The first time bids went out, Helton says Stuckey couldn't get a bond. So Newcomb Electronics in Columbus was the sole bidder. But fire officials rejected the company's proposal.
What did you think when it came back rejected?
Well, we had our suspicion that the way the spec was written, it was wired for somebody, and so that just confirmed our suspicion.
Why didn't you complain about that?
Good question. I think we were just too busy.
The county bid the audio system again, and this time Mike Stuckey was the sole bidder. But he's charging $224,000. Newcomb's bid was only $172,000.
And in this case, the taxpayers got to pay another $50,000 for something they're not really going to need or use.
Does this process seem fair to you?
Not at all.
Is this the way government should work?
Absolutely not. It should be fair for all comers.
Didosky points out Mike Stuckey's company has won only 3 of 8 Homeland Security contracts he's bid on.
Bottom line, do you think you've given him any sweetheart deals?
No.
Any crony contracts because he is a friend of the fire department?
No. No, I do not.
This is not what people should expect, nor should they tolerate in this community or anywhere else.
Court records show lawsuits and judgments against Stuckey and his company for not paying bills, as well as federal tax liens. In fact, Ohio has now revoked his business license for failing to pay taxes. So now if something goes wrong with this fancy audio system, Homeland Security may have a hard time getting parts and service.
Thank you, Laurie. Hamilton County began its own investigation shortly after the I-Team looked into the issue. The results have just been released. You can go to our website to read the report. We've also posted a link and a phone number on our website if you'd like to be notified of contracts available through Hamilton County in the future. The team